because Phyrexian Obliterator is really good. You get to play Liliana, you get to play Phyrexian Arena, you get to play Gatekeeper of Malakir, you get to play Phyrexian Obliterator, you get to play Gristlebrand.
You also get to play Phyrexian Obliterator. In a deck where, in a format where the most popular card in the entire format is Lightning Bolt. Seems pretty good. And we have,
Are we really? Is someone, oh, he's on Gruul. Like, are we really?
It was important.
Someone in the chat has wrote like a master's thesis about how you should tap your lands before you play your spells because of this.
Yes.
Who gives a rat's behind if you do it before or not?
To be fair, there was a player banned from Pro Tour because of that, but then they changed all of the rules.
Yeah, because there was almost a riot at that one. Do you know? Yes. Do you know that story?
Yes.
Is this Colossal Gruul as well? He's playing the Nykthos, right? So.
They're playing Satyr.
Seems like it should be, right?
Nick bouncing the Satyr to St. and Nick missing the land drop.
I'm assuming Nick's on Esper. Last time he was here. Of course, Nick is from out of town. He goes to school. He's just back in for the weekend, and then last time he was playing Esper. I don't know if he's playing that or not. He was looking for Esper cards previously. So.
Justin doing the old casual tap on arena, play 2 spells at one time against the control deck with 3 mana.
All comments about what order you should tap your mana and players versus your spells. You should give the counter spell deck an opportunity to counter magic.
No, the teams work better the other way.
No, it's a good point. If you never give them the opportunity, I already did it. You missed it. Well, I don't know. I was casting instant speed at Travel Flames in the for funsies time.
Does Jordan not need these Simic things, foilies?
Oh, that's why they're in there for him.
Okay.
All right, so we should talk about this match. Of course, this is round 3. We got 4 rounds of Swiss tonight. Somebody dropped, but we still have these pairings. These guys are both 1-1, so they're effectively out of the running for the win, but they could finish as high as second, depending on what tiebreakers. On the left, it's Nick Reid playing Esper Control, and then his opponent is Justin Carpenter, who's playing. I have Colossal Gruul written. I don't know if it's so much a Colossal Gruul deck or it's just a Gruul like mid-range deck, but I'm going to leave it Colossal Gruul because then people might understand what we're talking about.
Nick Reid, more like Sick Reid with that counter.
Oh my goodness. There's his black. Black mana achieved. Verdict, all your dudes. Just how the control deck, it's amazing how no matter what year you're playing Magic over the last 20, 4 mana and Wrath of God against the creature deck is always where you want to be.
Seems strong.
And there's a Domri. Justin got a lot of use out of Domri before rotation, and it turns out to be one of his favorite cards. It seems as he's playing it again after rotation.
What are these Drake Mangler
He did the holiday gift box. He does reveal an Elvish Mystic off the Domri activation, so he did get to draw that card there. Looks like Nick stumbling on mana again. He's already missed some land drops. The Godless Shrine was miracled off the top last turn.
Yeah, they must just have all counter spells or revelations in his hand. No Jace follow up.
Do you have to exile it on the stack, or do you exile it from your hand?
Exile on the stack.
Okay.
Which is really good with Storm.
Dan Bope saying he likes the overlay. You know, I gotta respect the opinion of Dan Bopes. You know, he is the man, the force behind MTG Bot.
He is the force behind basically MTG streaming.
I use the MTG Bot so much. For example, when I forget how magic works and I have to consult some kind of artificial intelligence. No, I just looked at my deck box for that one.
Yeah, if any of you all enjoy Magic the Gathering streams, the majority of that work has been done by Dan Bopes, who takes personal time to educate streamers how to set up their overlays and use
Use the aforementioned MTG bot.
And other software. So big props to Bamboops.
So Justin trying to come back here. Nick giving him tons of time because of his mana issues. Desperately searching for a detention sphere to answer that Domri, which is a couple turns away from ultimate. Luckily for Nick, other than the Domri, not a lot of pressure coming from Justin, as he was able to catch a Storm Breath Dragon with a Dissolve and cleared out a bunch of dudes with a Supreme Verdict. Whoa! Very intense tap of that Stomping Wrath.
There's a Colossus.
Heyo!
More counter magic. That must be all Nick has.
Well, it's inevitable at this point in the game for him to have done nothing. He obviously doesn't have lands, so they're all spells. Surely has to have a ton of counters. You're exactly right. So Justin just passes back.
He's going to have to find an answer to the Domri that's on 6. There's a Jace.
There's a Jace that will help him dig. There's 3 lands right there. One of each.
That's definitely not what he wanted.
No, he wanted a detention sphere.
Yes.
But at least he does, in the old Schrodinger's cat argument, at least he moves those 3 lands off the top of his deck. Maybe his next draw is live. Whoa. He took the 1 black. What's double black in his Hero's Downfall?
Hero's Downfall, maybe an Obstinate.
Yep, Hero's Downfall, obviously a good answer in this situation, too. For some reason, in my head, I wasn't allowing the Esper deck to play the best removal card in the format, which is the reason why they would be playing
One of the
Esper.
best removal spells ever printed.
True.
Just return it.
Reveals, I believe, is either Traveling Satyr or Pelucranos off of the Domri activation, but he did hit regardless. We're going to have to swing in here to kill the Jace for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, he's casting something. Oh, we bestowed a Satyr.
Yeah, Boon Satyr onto it. Why did we leave the other one back?
Defense.
Against the Ash Zealots coming out of Nick's all-island draw. There it is, yep. So that's exactly what, as expected, they kept the swamp so he could turn on his Hero's Downfall and answer Domri, and now he's in a pretty good spot here. I mean, yeah, he's facing down that 5-power elf.
That Boon Satyr is really good, because if he finds a way to kill the elf, the Boon Satyr is just going to be
Sure.
for the next turn.
But Nick should have a fair amount of removal. I know he has a Far and Away in his hand, but he should have a lot of business here. And at some point, he's going to be able to land an Elspeth, and this board state, and Elspeth answers this board state pretty well. Because the Boon Satyr is just 4/2 flash, it's not trample or any other keywords, right?
Nope. It's got
I guarantee
enchantment mode.
I guarantee you that Nick has at least 2 Sphinx Revelations in his hand. We're going to bounce this guy.
Of course, it's a foil, so it's going to bounce 2 creatures.
Oh, I like that.
The good thing here is that even though he is going to get that Boon Satyr, he's still going to fade the 5 damage, right? Because the Boon Satyr's
Right. The Boon
not
Satyr
attacking,
not
obviously. We have responses here? What can we response to? Because he's not fusing it. It's just bounce, targeting Elvish Mystic.
It's getting creative, though.
I have no idea what I'm trying to think of, like, literally any kind of response.
Another Boon Satyr on the other elf.
Well, that's fine.
That's why we're getting creative.
All right. Take 1 from the unblocked elf.
Justin has been known to play Gorkland creatures in the past.
Yes.
Surprised if he has those.
He has played. I guess we're still before combat here, so I guess maybe we do have another Boon Satyr. Or Gorkland. Justin has one of the more, I think, maybe the most high-profile Gorkland Rampager in the history of the stream. Oh my goodness.
How's it going? I'll be here all.
Well, it's not like Nick made a mistake there. It's just you can't play around the double Gorkland, flesh and blood, or whatever.
I don't know. You're talking to the man that has Azorius charm your attacker after combat damage to play around Gorkland Rampage.
You seem strong.
Well, that's also a good play, too. So we move into the second game here. Nick on the play, down a game. He's going to scry off a Temple of Deceit and push it. Push it real good.
We're singing two different songs, but they're totally awesome.
You're singing Static X,
Yes.
Push It, and I'm singing Push It by Salt and Pepper. Here I go, here I go, here I go again. What's my weakness? That's when you're supposed to go, man. That would have been the funniest thing in the history of our stream, man.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's funny as a large white man with a beard to do karaoke of here I go, here I go, here I go again. What's my weakness, man?
Oh my goodness.
They turn to Emissary into Bupkis. Dick Bupkis. So a Thoughtseize on Justin, revealing a Burning Earth. Very good Thoughtseize here. Also a 3 lands. Oh, we scooped up our Emissary here. Tell him we scooped up his Emissary. Got there. Alright.
What's the Phoenix?
Also, I pulled a couple bucks. Like 3, 4. This is for your cube?
I'm just picking out a bunch of stuff.
Commander?
Yeah. I'm going to buy a bunch of extra sleeves.
for you.
Tune up those other Commander decks.
So the Burning Earth, literally the best thing that Nick could have hoped for to peel out of Justin's hand as the Esper deck. I mean, it does play Detention Spheres, but still, like
Detention Sphere's pretty solid.
You're drawing to like 3 or 4 hard outs to a card you will just lose to.
Also, like, I don't know how many counterspells Nick left in his deck after board for this matchup, but this is the turn that Justin would play Burning Earth, and Nick has 3 of mana. So it's debatable whether that Thoughtseize was highly, obviously Nick would counter that if that was the last threat in Justin's hand.
Yeah, I think there's I know what you mean. Like there's an argument to be made every time with Thoughtseize of like it's almost instinctual to cast a turn 1 Thoughtseize, but in a lot of matchups, the turn before you play the card and can't beat Thoughtseize is much more important.
Right. Well, in this case, it was 2 turns later. There was a Thoughtseize.
Rift on the Pulse Crusher.
I thought that was a
Far away.
far and away.
That'd be very good.
Yeah, that would have hurt.
Replay the Polish Crusher. The Polis Crusher.
Polish
I believe I did say the Polish Crusher.
Polish
That's
Crusher.
the
Wrong.
My favorite WWF personality in 1987.
That's what I call that card, and I think it's a Nazi because it's a Polish Crusher. That's what they named their tanks, right?
Vinny's enjoying our 80s and the best hits of 80s and 90s in today. So there's the Nick, though. So at this point, not that great. It doesn't actually generate any extra mana. Well, it's a net. It breaks even with 3.
Yes, it can turn some red mana into green mana.
You can filter.
Pretty much why it's a $15 card.
We can activate monsters in the Polish Crusher here. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Probably.
Unfortunately, no enchantment to destroy over on Nick's side.
But there are some life points to be attacked on Nick's
I
side.
like this little guy.
Yes. And
This guy.
Nick's
He's good commander.
Slowly figuring out that he's going to have to find a very specific removal card for this Polish Crusher.
What's the lanterns up to?
$2 bucks.
Yeah.
EOT Rev. That's going to help.
Does the Polish Crusher regenerate?
No, it has
No.
protection from enchantments.
Oh, so you can't de-sphere it. You have to sweeper it.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Protection from enchantments and I think artifacts as well.
Protection, no, just enchantments. Protection from enchantments, obviously, a much bigger issue in, or bigger,
Limited.
yeah, with
There's
in
limited.
Theros Limited, where everything, even the creatures, are
Enchantments.
enchantments.
Yes. Still kind of big and standard. Like there's Detention Sphere, there's Chain to the Rocks.
And here's exactly the thing you mentioned. We would be Detention Sphering the Polish Crusher here in a perfect world.
And now you sacrifice a creature.
Yep.
I think you just hold it back.
Your way. Yep. Save the Hero's Downfall in his hand for a Domri later.
Well, yeah, I guess that was fine, because if Justin untapped plays Mutavault, then he can't away
Yep.
the
Can't
Polish
respond
Crusher.
to a land. You can't respond to a land drop.
Yeah, so those are the heads up play there by Nick.
So Justin with what looks like 3 cards in hand, but out of gas on board.
Fun buzzing.
Justin's drawing all of his
Bramble Crush.
This deck,
What's up?
I have gotten blown out by Bramble Crush.
Bramble Crush for 2 only costs 2 mana here because of the
Yeah.
Burning Tree coming back. I guess Bramble Crush is a pretty good.
Almost as good as a Naturalize there.
And there's a Domri. We know the Domri is going to get.
Can he fight the Burning Tree Emissary with Nick?
No, he can want to.
I would turn around and leave.
So this Domri's not going to be bad at all for him because he misses on the activation, and
Sure you could.
we know there's a Hero's Downfall in Nick's hand. So another Temple's going to let Nick push something to the bottom. Oh, he's got a Thinker here, I guess.
Nope.
Nope. So it is going to go to the bottom. Why are we not downfalling?
Maybe he's more afraid of like his own Ghost or Garrick. Does he have a down? Are you sure he has a downfall in his hand?
I'm almost positive I saw it in the previous hand because he debated using the Hero's Downfall versus the Faraway on the Polish Crusher.
Polish.
That's half paying attention, but it points out it is Polish. Gork's playing Rampager.
Maybe this is exactly why. Because now he's not dead, whereas in the situation we described, specifically I described, he would be way dead
Yes.
to the lethal. What turns out is that Nick is just better at this game than us. He knew to play around Mutavault. He knew to play around Gorklan Rampager. Now he is going to be up against it here as the Domri is still active.
Yeah. Justin does play Haste Creatures.
Go for it.
But he has missed 3 times off the Domri. It does creep ever closer to Ultimate, however.
You know what Domri doesn't do?
Beat Sphinx's Revelation.
Push it.
Well, you should get on the store.
So Nick has
Cycle Charm.
no problem with mana this game. He is going to cycle an Azorius Charm. He has at least another Plains in his hand.
Gotcha.
So I don't know what the other cards are.
Justin, you're playing a Forest. I guess you knew that off the Domri.
There is some, and we do hit there. Don't know what it
Yeah.
was. A Boon Satyr or a Elvish Mystic? Oh, it was a traveling. It was a traveling. Yeah, Voyaging
Thanks,
Satyr.
Creddy.
So Domri ticking up to Ultimate here.
You know with that conversation? You sure? You want to join us back here?
Domri is a 7 Ultimate.
Not really.
Yes. -7 for the ultimate.
So Nick's got to deal with it. I mean, there are situations in which he can beat a Domri Ultimate, but it seems very unlikely.
Domri ultimate makes that Voyaging Satyr like the best card in
Yes.
ever.
Do you need any of these, Garrett?
And you see Justin preemptively moving the Domri emblem over to the side of the board.
I wanted that one.
But we are going to see an Ultimate here. It'll be interesting to see whether or not he no, he goes right for the Ultimate.
Friggin' cards I wanted.
And in response to the Ultimate, we're going to Last Breath the Voyaging Satyr, so you at least don't have to worry about the damage from it. But yeah, now every creature off of the top of Justin's deck is going to be just like the most brutal beating. Or is it Replacement Domri? Yep, Replacement
That
Domri.
Domri has haste.
If he finds a creature, it's yikes. Almost dumped our whole deck out into the floor.
I'm not gonna say it.
Good. Tired of it. There's a Scavenging Ooze, and that will be enough because it has haste and double strike
And hexproof.
and hexproof, and he has 3 green mana open and 1,000,000 creatures in his graveyard.
So,
So that will be
So
enough.
Justin equalizing the match at 2-0.
Justin wins that one, so he moves on to 2-1 on the night. Nick